More proof Omid Scobies Endgame is fake news and lies. Meghan provided false information for her friend. His new book has claimed Princess Eugenie contacted Prince Harry while the Queen's health declined in the hours before her death. Details from Endgame, the new book about the Sussexes and the royal family by Omid Scobie, claims the daughter of Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson reached out to her cousin to try and understand more about their grandmother's condition. The contact came as the Duke of Sussex raced against time to Balmoral Castle, where the Queen had been in residence, to try and make it to her side before she passed away. Sadly, Her late Majesty died before Harry arrived. Harry acts like he's the only grandchild. There are 8 grandchildren. He wasn't on the plane because he wasn't supposed to be. Ever. His showing up was inappropriate, perhaps why he took the first flight out the next morning. Scobie writes in his book that Eugenie, who's a close friend of the Sussexes and has maintained a relationship with them since their move to Montecito, wanted to know if he had any more information on the Queen's condition than that which had been shared with her. The biographer writes that Eugenie had heard it was time but didn't have much more information in a snippet of Endgame shared with People magazine. Why would Princess Eugenie contact Harry for an update on the Queen's health, especially as he barely saw the Queen in her final days? He fell out with the family and no longer lived in the UK, so why would Eugenie ask Harry for updates, especially as her father was on the flight to see the Queen? Remember that the Queen wanted to see Harry in her final days and they couldn't be bothered to travel a few extra miles even though they were in Manchester for One Young World. Scobie then claims that Harry was able to get a flight with Andrew and Edward, except that's not true. The flight was organised for the whole family. Even Sophie was on it. The video showing them alighting the plane at Aberdeen Airport, the plane took off at Northolt. William is the first to alight and then drives the family to Balmoral. Then Harry gets a private jet to Aberdeen separately and without Meghan, yet Omid doesn't cover why Meghan wasn't on the flight. Also, Harry flew from Luton Airport, whereas the rest of the royals flew from Northolt. Harry had no idea about the Queen's health. This is how far Harry had to travel to catch his flight after causing drama with Meghan at RAF Northolt. The royals were travelling from Windsor. William was driving Andrew to Balmoral, so why wouldn't Eugenie get updates from her own father? At the time, Harry said that he'd got a phone alert that the Queen died rather than being notified by the family. Again I ask, why would Eugenie be contacting Harry for health updates about the Queen? A friend of Eugenie has also revealed that Eugenie's furious as she's dragged into the book. Scobie has only been around for 5 minutes, has no proper royal sources, and is clearly Meghan's mouthpiece. Hence all of the inaccuracies and the skew towards being favourable to Harry and Meghan and negative towards senior working royals. Earlier there was a rumour that Meghan called Omid right after William and King Charles banned her from seeing the Queen in the deathbed. It was certainly to provide the information. Omid Scobie is the biggest fake royal reporter ever and one very big liar. He doesn't have a single source inside the palace or any credibility. This hideous book will be part 2 of Hallucinations Do Vary. It's 2.0 with extra victimhood. Rewriting history to paint them as the brave, kind and caring victims of a jealous family terrified of their popularity. This book's going to use the late Queen's death and funeral for some fake and delusional tales of victimhood.